The job market is cooked. I mean, it's something that I think you hear a lot these days, and for very good reason too, because like it's not wrong to hear a lot of people complain about the job market, especially like for me, since I think I've been out of school for like 3 or 4 years now, or 3 going into 4 years now. And within those 3 to 4 years, I still can't find a job. And maybe it's because I'm in the art industry, but I don't know what to make of it. So yeah, today I'm just gonna react to a few videos where people, I think, mainly just talk about the experience or maybe make fun of the whole, job hunting thing and, the job market and how cooked it is. So yeah, let's get into the first video where it says how to find a job in South Africa, my home country, of course.
Apply within 24 hours of the job listing, get a referral from someone in the company, message the hiring manager on LinkedIn, message the recruiter on LinkedIn, fill in the cover letter section of the application so they know why you should be picked for the role.
So yeah, it's a lot to do, and sometimes you don't even like get responses after going through all of that. So it's kind of insane. But what kills me about this video is this lady's reaction.
Personally, I recommend nepotism.
Hey, she's not wrong though, right? Like a lot of people, and it's not just in South Africa, but a lot of people will tell you that if you're looking for a job in this day and age, knowing someone or being related to someone who works in a company that you want to work in is actually like the easiest way to get a job in this day and age. So yeah.
That's it. Nepotism, knowing someone who knows someone, basically.
I mean, yeah, she's not wrong. Again, like I said, And the funny thing about it is that, like, being unemployed, like, it has this thing where it's like sometimes you'll find you have friends or acquaintances who have jobs and they don't even want to put you on for some reason. And it's like, dude, you can see I'm struggling. If we're actually friends, you'd do this for me, man. Like, come on. Like, but anyway, I don't know. Let's just get into the next video.
So why do you want this job?
I really don't, if I'm being 100% honest with you.
What made you choose us out of all places?
I'm broke, and you guys have like a "we're hiring" sign right outside your store.
So how long have you been working in the industry?
In the industry, this is a fucking entry-level job at Wendy's. What are you talking about?
So for your scheduling hours, what does your availability look like?
I mean, it doesn't really matter because you guys aren't going to fucking listen to me. You're just going to schedule me whenever you feel like it, so I'm open whenever.
Are you prepared to take on this responsibility?
Am I joining the fucking Avengers? Like, what do you want me to say to that?
Out of all the candidates, why should I hire you?
Because you guys need workers, evidently, by the hiring sign at the front of your door.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's not wrong to think this way, especially like since a lot of these jobs is like, you can tell like people are just here for money. Like I remember there was a time when I used to work as a waiter in a fast food restaurant. Well, it wasn't necessarily fast food, but they served seafood or something like that. But besides the point, I remember there was this one guy who was working there, and I think he's been there the longest, but he took his job so seriously. And I remember he was looking at me all mad, like, oh yeah, dude, like you're just here for the money. And I'm like, can you point to someone here who's working this job who's not here for money? Like everyone wants to get paid, dude. Like oh my goodness. I find it weird that like people want you to be passionate about something like serving food or stacking shelves. In what world is someone out here looking for a job in a fast food restaurant or in a retail store or whatever, and they're like, it's my dream to work here, especially for such entry-level jobs where it's like all you have to do is just stack shelves or serve food and just interact with annoying customers all day. Like no one wants to do that for a living. Of course, everyone who works there just needs the money. So to us, dumb questions like this is kind of, I don't know, man. But yeah, anyway, it's, I guess, the nature of the market at this point.
There are no entry-level jobs. We had interns at the company I worked for, and a lot of them came on board with the idea that they were going to get hired for an entry-level job. This is their senior year. What are they working so hard for? One of them had this idea because the manager kept pumping his head up saying, you're doing so amazing. I'm going to make sure, I put in for you to get hired. I looked this boy dead in the eye and I said, you're not going to get hired. They're letting directors go. They let half of IT department go. They're letting HR go. I think this is it.
It's crazy because I mentioned that I'm an artist, and normally on social media, I see a lot of people in the art industry, especially like for animation and video game production. Studios are letting so many people go to where like even veterans who've been in the industry for decades are struggling to find work. And these people are now competing with like new graduates or, people who are just starting out in the industry. So it's like, yeah, to say there are no entry level jobs is true. And also when these people are saying they're advertising entry level jobs, they're not going to give you entry level responsibilities. It's always going to be like, oh, hey, like you need to have this and this qualification, and then when you get there they give you responsibilities that are more than what someone would be doing at an entry level. It's basically like free labor at this point, especially like with internships, because like some of them aren't even paid, so you're forced to be out here doing free labor, and some of them aren't even obligated to hire you after the whole program ends. So yeah, this whole thing is just companies taking advantage of desperate people and people in need, and they say, oh well, you're getting experience, and it's like, dude, experience at this point isn't paying my bills. So yeah, the whole thing is just cooked. It's insane.
I think this is it. And he's like, no, no, no. Like, I've been told, like, if I keep working on this project, and he decided to dedicate all his time and he finished that project. Guess what? His offboarding is for this Friday. I haven't seen that boy all week because he knew he wasn't getting hired. The moment he realized he wasn't getting hired, he stopped showing up. I don't know how to tell a lot of you graduates this, but there are no entry-level jobs. You're not getting hired. I'm holding on by a thread on my job. And I've been working in IT for 13 years. There are no entry-level jobs right now. And we can talk more about it on my Twitch today, Thursday. I do IT, I do corporate talk, all on my Twitch. We can run it back because I gave some great, great advice, which came in handy with my job because everybody got let go on the IT help desk but me. So, I don't know. I think I'm an expert in this.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of up. Like I said, these companies will have you doing, I guess, just free labor for no reason, I guess. I mean, obviously there is a reason, but again, man, it's insane that someone's basic need to, I guess, survive can be taken advantage of in this way, to where it's like people will have you working for free and they will hype you up and promise you opportunities. And when the time comes, they just let you go like that. Yeah, it's a terrible thing.
We're on the hunt for an absolute superstar to join our team as the front desk cashier at Swirly Pop Froyo. Applicants must have a master's in psychology with at least 15 years of cashier experience. We require you to have a black belt along with prior Marine experience. You must be CPR certified and trained in advanced hostage negotiation. The pay is $10 an hour, plus one complimentary topping per month, which must be pre-approved by management. If this sounds like your vibe, please apply below. We should be getting back to you in about 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, again, it goes back to the whole thing where these companies demand that you have a lot of qualifications just so you can work, sometimes barely entry-level jobs, which again is insane. Because I remember I saw a post where someone was talking about how it's kind of crazy how lately when you say you want to work, especially like since for me, I'm in the art industry, when you are a graphic designer and you're looking for like an entry-level position, you are required to have knowledge of a lot of, I guess, fields within graphic design. Whereas back in the day, these things used to be like their own sections. Like you'd have to specialize just to work within like those specific areas. So it's like maybe if you were good with motion graphics, you'd only work in the motion graphics department. If you were good in the design section or whatever, that's where you will be placed, and so on and so forth. Like, layout, everything, like all those things would have their own department. But now, as soon as you graduate, you're expected to know how to do all those things, which again is insane. Also, I'm in like the 3D animation industry where for making animations, like 3D animations and video games, if you wanted to do character modeling, that was its own department. But now you're expected to know how to sculpt characters, model them, retopo, what else? Texturing and shading. Also, if I'm losing you, again, it's something that I do on the side. But that's beside the point. The point is, like, these things used used to be their own sections, and somehow these companies are cutting down on like labor costs, and they just look for one person who can do all those things, but then like the salary that they get paid is literally just for hiring one employee. Like, it's not like, hey, since you're doing all these responsibilities, your salary will go up because you're also taking on responsibilities that aren't necessarily for, one person. Like, you're taking on more responsibilities, so therefore you get paid more. It doesn't work that way, which back in the day, that's how it was. So yeah, it is a bit, well, not a bit unfair, it is unfair, right? So it is insane that this is how the world operates today.
Job applications are so stupid. What's your desired salary? $10 billion. Next question. Okay. What kind of negotiation is this? You're asking me how much money I want in exchange for giving away most of my waking hours. A lot. The answer is a lot. Okay? And they always phrase it like there's a correct answer too. Like, too high, delusional. Too low, congratulations, and you've just negotiated against yourself. Okay, so now, I'm sitting there trying to guess the number they already have in mind, like I'm on a game show. I mean, and the application keeps going. Why do you want to work here? Money. Why else? Okay, get real, please. Like, what makes you passionate about this role? The direct deposit. Okay, and the funniest part is everybody has to pretend. The company pretends they're a family. I pretend I dreamed of working there. We both know exactly what's happening. Okay, you need labor. I need groceries. Let's stop making this weird. Okay, so yeah, if I ever answer desired salary honestly, HR would think I'm trying to buy a professional sports franchise. Okay, just stop asking me and give me the most money you can afford.
It's crazy because like I remember seeing a video where someone was actually talking about this whole thing where companies ask you what your salary expectations are. And apparently you're not supposed to answer that because like it can work against you. I don't remember the reason they gave, but just take that how you will. But also, yeah, like the whole thing, even with like what he mentioned with like a corporate culture where people lie and they pretend like, oh, we're a family and what. It's like, you don't just experience that, not like in like workspaces. It's like so long as where people are gathered and I guess you could say they share like a common goal or something like that, that is somehow expected. And I'm one person who I guess for lack of a better way of explaining it, I don't really like gel with that whole fake thing. Like I remember even when I was studying graphic design school a few years ago, during orientation, like one of our, I don't know what to call this lady, but like she worked with like student affairs or something like that. And she was preaching this whole thing where they were like, oh, we should treat each other like a family or whatever, or, things of that nature. And I just stood there and I just watched everyone pretend like, oh, like we're gonna get along, we're gonna be friends, we're gonna do this, then the third. And towards the end of, I guess, the course that I was doing for graphic design, literally everyone was at each other's throats. And it was insane to see because I was like, these are the very same people who were preaching that we are family, like we get along with this, with that. And it's insane to just see the whole 180 that just happened within 2 years. And it was because I was like, I am not taking part in this. And I just stood and watched from a distance and I just watched everyone just basically just go at each other. It was insane. So even with like the whole like corporate field, it is like that. Like it's the same thing. There's no even like, I guess different. I mean, I guess the only difference is like when I was in school, we were not getting paid, but in the corporate field, you do get paid. So that's like the only difference. But other than that, I don't think there is any differences.
Hi guys, we are desperately hiring. Not you though, we don't want you. When's the earliest you can start? Tomorrow? Period. We're just not gonna call you back ever. To apply for this job, you have to send over a 15-page essay. What do you mean, will I be reading it? I just want to let you know that we will not ghost you. We will get back to you whether or not you got the... Desperately hiring. Stop, not you. Need of help. Stop. Wow, you have so much experience in this field. Wow, you're literally perfect. You're overqualified. Yeah. yeah, you're not getting the job.
Yeah, this one is insane because like it goes back to like I recently just heard this a few years ago, but apparently some of the jobs that are being posted on like sites like LinkedIn or whichever job listing sites that are out there, a lot of them aren't even like actual jobs. They're just like ghost posts or ghost jobs where some of these companies are just using those applications to get information about the people that apply for these jobs. So yeah, and it's like it goes back to the whole thing where it's like you apply and you don't even get responses. And it's insane because like I remember I was talking to my little sister about this where I was like, I think I'm in a toxic relationship with like the job market because like there are times when I would apply for a job and I'd get no responses. But then there are times when I would get a response, and even if it's a rejection, I'd be happy that someone responded, which is insane, by the way. Because at that point, I'm not even happy that, like, oh, maybe I'm getting an interview, I got the job. I'm happy to just get a response. Like, that's how insane the job market is now. Like, what are we even doing this for?
That you're unemployed. The worst part is actually the people around you feeling like you're a bum and that you're lazy just because you can't get a job in this job market. But they don't realize that you've been applying for hundreds of jobs every day for the last 6 months. But the only email that you get in return is thank you for your interest, but unfortunately. Like, do you know how draining it is to be applying for this many jobs, but no matter what you do, you can't get a job. You can't find a job. And everyone around you is draining the life out of you because they're always making comments. They're always looking at you in some type of way. Like, do you think that I want to be in this position? I didn't choose this life. This life chose me, unfortunately.
You know, again, it's one of those things where it's like, I remember even my brother was talking about this, where he was talking about how sometimes society, like even our parents do this, where they look at us as if like we don't want to do anything with our lives simply because we can't get jobs in this market. And they don't even know what you're going through. Like I remember seeing a post where someone was talking about that. I mean, about how sometimes we treat the unemployed basically like crap. Let me just put it easier. We like sometimes society treats the unemployed like crap. And it's like, dude, no one wants to be unemployed unless if like there are people out there who just want to be bums. But yeah, no one wants to be unemployed. No one wants to be out there just like living off of other people with nothing going on in their lives. Like I'm pretty sure that a lot of people, given the opportunity, like if a job presents itself, they're taking it. You know what I mean? Especially like in this day and age, like we're living in a society like currently where it's like, I guess everyone wants to be working, but at the same time, I don't know, man, it's difficult. And being that I'm in the, same situation, it's insane. But yeah, again, like you said, there are people, especially like our parents, who look at us like this. Sometimes like even like family members, you get treated differently when you're unemployed. Simply put, it's like at the beginning, I mentioned how there are people out there who can help you get a job, or like they might have the connections to help you. And it's like some of those people, even though they see you that you're struggling to find a job, some of them want you in that position, and I don't know why that is. And it's like, I don't know, maybe like they just want like power over you or whatever. But there are people out there who ask them like, yo, can you tell me if the company that you're working for is hiring or has any job postings? And they'll just tell you like, oh man, like I just got my job off of LinkedIn. Like, dude, I've never met anyone personally who was hired from LinkedIn till this day. I'm still like, matter of fact, I know a lot of people who at this point are so sick of LinkedIn that they deleted it. Like they deleted the apps, they deleted their accounts and everything. Like they are literally like just fed up with LinkedIn. And there are people out there who will tell you like with a straight face to go on LinkedIn simply because like they don't feel like helping you, or they just don't want to. It is insane sometimes how like unemployed people are treated. But then again, like, they're not obligated to, so I kind of get it. But for me, I guess it's the whole attitude of like pretending like you got the job some type of way when we all know chances are you knew someone who helped you get the job or something along those lines. It's crazy, but I guess maybe that's just the world we live in, man.
Okay, so I was tagged for my take on a headline going around that says U.S. job openings at their highest level in nearly 2 years. Apparently, there are 7.62 million positions. And I know what people are doing with this link. Someone who's employed is sending that article to their unemployed friend or neighbor or partner saying, hey, I saw this and I thought of you, or looks like things are really picking up, or maybe they're just sending that link without any words of encouragement at all. And the person that's receiving this attempt at realistic positivity is staring down at their phone, thinking about the 200 applications that they sent last month that got absolutely no response and wondering what's wrong with them. Like, why do 7.62 million jobs supposedly exist and I can't get hired for any of them? And the person who sent the link probably means well, right? But you know, in the back of their mind, a headline just told them that their friend isn't trying hard enough. And neither interpretation of this headline article is wrong, and neither person is bad. They're just reading something from a credible source that wasn't going to tell them the full story. Because here's what 7.62 million job openings actually means. The number of job openings went up, yes, but the number of people actually getting hired went down at the exact same time. And on top of that, quits fell to their lowest level in nearly 6 years, meaning people who have jobs are too scared to leave them because they're watching their unemployed friends struggle so much and they don't trust the market. And wages are now growing slower than inflation, which means even the people who are employed are losing ground and spending power every single month. And economists are calling this a low hire, low fire market, which makes it sound more stable, but it's not stable. It's actually frozen. Jobs are being posted, they are not being filled, and companies are taking their time. Those are their words when they don't hire anyone, because miscalculating on the wrong hire is costly. So they would rather leave that role open for months than make a decision that could hurt them. Meanwhile, job seekers are burning through savings, sending applications into a system that has a 1% success rate, and receiving headline links that make their employed friends think that they're not trying hard enough. We're always told to keep personal and professional separate, but they just used a professional headline to create a personal wedge between people who are one layoff away from the exact same situation. And that's not an accident, okay? When regular people are too busy explaining to each other why one of them can't find a job when there are 7.62 million openings, they're not looking up at the people who are posting the jobs that never intended to be filled. 7.62 million openings, but only 5.1 million hires. That gap is not your fault, and that gap is the story that won't make the headlines.
Yeah, so again, it goes back to the whole thing of people posting empty openings. And I remember doing research about this, and I found that out a lot of jobs that get posted on these job listing sites, chances are they have already been filled. And this is something that I think she didn't mention. Like, these jobs are already being filled because most companies either hire internally or they hire through like someone they know. Like that lady said in the beginning, sometimes it's nepotism. But yeah, that's another point that she didn't mention. So to say, oh, there are so many job openings, but people are struggling to get jobs, it's like there's a lot of factors that go into that, which is like, I'm even looking at this comment, I'm just gonna highlight it, where this lady is like 7.62 million and I've applied to all of them. So it's like, yeah, you can apply to as many as, like, chances of you even getting like a response, I've been saying, which has been happening to me, it's insane, really. I don't know what has become of the job market. And again, like I said, she's listing this and she's talking about this and it's only happening in the US. Dude, I'm in South Africa and like it's happening here too. And I remember seeing a video where they were showing stats that apparently South Africa is like one of the leading countries with a high unemployment rate, especially like for the youth. So that means like we're talking 35 years and below. It is insane how many unemployed people there are right now. And again, stats like this don't paint the full picture of what is actually happening out here in the world when it comes to jobs and unemployment.
Yeah, try that. You could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit.
We need to do a better job treating people who are unemployed. Because a lot of people assume it's out of laziness, but it's not. I recently just went through this and it was hell. A lot of you guys know me as a content creator, but in 2019, I graduated with my bachelor's in computer science, and in 2024, I graduated with my master's in computer science too, because I want to be a full-time software engineer. And I just got a job. That means I was unemployed for the last 2 years. Now, I don't think you guys realize what that does to somebody mentally. Because no bullshit, that was the lowest point of my life. I'm not saying this asking for anyone's pity or for anyone to feel bad for me. But I'm just saying for other people going through it, let's be a little bit more compassionate, because do you know what that does to you? Applying to jobs day after day after day after day, uploading your resume, making a Workday account, refilling in your resume because it didn't read it properly, and getting an automated rejection email. I don't wish that for anybody.
Yeah, this is the video that I was talking about where this guy said we need to do a better job of how we treat the unemployed as a society. And yeah, he basically just sums up. I mean, at least he got a job, you know, and I'm not saying that to kind of be like, I don't know what term is in this case, but yeah, you know, like good on him. Like he got a job after 2 years, man. Like I'm like going on 4 years now and I'm still struggling, dude. Like it is insane out here. But yeah, sometimes, dude, society doesn't treat the unemployed too well, especially, and it's worse like when it's your family, because like they just see you as lazy or unmotivated, like you don't want to do anything with your life. So it kind of sucks that this is how, I guess, unsympathetic people can be when you are not out here maybe meeting their expectations or something along those lines. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. I mean, I'm still applying like even now, so it is insane that like, I mean, I remember just 2 weeks ago, I applied for like over 30 jobs and only got one response. And ever since then, like I've been applying and no company has even like bothered to respond or, you know, like just to check in or anything like that. Even if it's like a rejection, like I haven't gotten anything. And it's been going on, I guess, for the past, like recently, maybe, yeah, for the past 2 months. It's been a chore, for lack of a better word, I guess. But yeah, it's insane. Like trying to get a job in this day and age, it's not fun. But anyway, I mean, I've gone on long enough with this topic, so yeah, I'll end it here. If there's anyone watching, thanks for watching, thanks for sticking around. I mean, I know this was a long video, so yeah, thanks for sticking around, and I'll try to upload more of these. I mean, this is a new channel, like I said, and like my other videos, I only have me as a subscriber. So yeah, if you like my content and you want to see more reactions, please like, subscribe, share the videos, and I will see you guys on the next one. Later.